until this bullshit starts. And it is bullshit, but we gonna watch it anyway. Sheep and the snake, the real is you'll know who we first.
On call too. Every time Wixner called me back, I'm here because I couldn't share the link. I didn't know how to share it on the page. Yup. Now, there you go. Where we go? The link is here. Say what you say, do what you do. You want to clear the air? It's time. Like I said, this shit won't be televised, but it's televised today. I ain't mad at you. I don't hate you. I'm not fucking with the way you move. That is the way it is. Y'all don't like it, then oh well. I have my truth. I have my feelings. So if he has his truth and have his feelings, I'm willing to listen, and we could talk about it right now. Because I feel like you're trying to change the narrative again and use Carver's situation right now as a way to make her private. Choose me or choose nothing, because I got the connection with DOJ. That's how I felt. That's why I went live. You pushed it to the limit of what I call gaslighting and manipulation. And no. So if I'm whatever, let's go. I'm here. I bet you your team telling you don't go on today, and you go and listen because you come on. Let's talk about it. I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna curse you out. We're gonna talk about it like adults. Let's show them how adults talk. Let's show them how adults do that. Let's show them how the big boss do it, like you. You the big boss, you the leader, everybody in competition with you. Come shut everything down, because no one is in competition with you. I explain to you, we are not even in the same league. Just because people are not in the same league doesn't mean that you're better than me or I'm better than you. You play basketball, I play football. I look at numbers, I look at law, I'm in the back, I research. That's what I do. I like to talk, I like to teach. That's what I do. Every time I came on my platform, I said specifically what was my goal. It is to teach, to liberate, to give them tools to fight for their self. I don't have the connections to go to the POPO or the DOJ to make them move when they should have moved months ago and years ago. So I don't know how you're going to make them move, but you're the big boss. You're the big person in charge. I'm not in competition. I just don't follow people till the wheels fall off. If you watch my first live, you would have had a more understanding of where it came from, but you probably didn't. You probably just reacting to what somebody told you around, and then you came on, and this is what I observed. The same time I came on, I talked about that, how that's the continuous pattern for you. So for me to be in competition with you, why would you go live when I go live first? Every time you went live, I never went live. So that shows no competition. I came on the bottom of your videos because I was so fucking excited. Yo, I be green and stupid. Like I was green and stupid when I went to Dalton and found out more about individuals who I thought was totally wholehearted. And that didn't even include you. I be green and stupid, just like a lot of these people. But I'm not now, because once you show who you...
And I forgot, please forgive me. I took quite a few notes, and I forgot about that whole you go live when I go live thing. I just want to talk about that for a second, because it's not supposed to be that big of a deal. She mentions later on in this live, not to spill the beans, but if you're trying to partner with somebody, you kind of figure out their vibe, and then you don't go live when they're live. But I don't think anybody's ever said they were trying to partner with her. If you choose as a content creator, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I got to take this call. Please forgive me. How can I help? Sorry about that, y'all. You know, I take all California phone calls. That was family. And when family call at 7-Eleven, you better answer that goddamn call. But anyway, nobody owes you an obligation to not go live while you're live, content creators. Nobody owes you an obligation to not go live while you are live. Especially, and I hate how right Jedidiah turns out to be in this conversation, but fair is fair. If I'm a nigga with 2.97 followers and you a nigga with 8.85 followers, how could I possibly think you trying to steal my people if you go live while I go live? Exactly. So I think it's really childish, and I think it's really it's that weak ego that turns everything into a fight, that becomes overly defensive, that's way too focused on self, that would say, because I started chasing this person and doing their bidding and capping for them, not caping, but capping for them, and doing dirty shit for them, now they're not supposed to go live while I go live. I work with a coalition of like 6 other YouTubers. How dare any of us say you can't go live while I'm live? That's crazy. Do you know how many times we've shared information and all went live at the same fucking time just to make sure it went out to the people that needed to see it? Because not everybody watches everybody. You got to get out of yourself, Grace. You're exposing your weak ego. And I hope while you watch this, you're able to see that. I'll allow you to continue.
You are, I tell the truth. So, y'all saw him come in the comments, saying a few things. I didn't get to say here and see everything he said. He said share the link. I didn't know how to because I was on my phone. And like I told him, that's the reason why I had the super producer help me down the Carver thing, because I got confused. Like, oh shit, how you do this? Because there's only certain things I know how to do. So I got off that live and I came here. It should not be televised. But why it's televised? Is because you're using, in my opinion, I haven't talked to Miss Carver. I haven't talked to super producer. I haven't even talked to them since yesterday. Since this morning I went live, I didn't talk to none of them.
She probably got on their nerves.
So everything I said from this morning was my opinion, my feelings from my observation. Somebody's like, we want facts. Shut up, girl. You sound like you're spiritually blinded. I was trying not to say that. This is a total distraction. This isn't helping Carfania. Actually, it's not a total distraction because I got videos coming. I still have my agenda going. I never stopped my plan. What's happening now is that people are being exposed. This is not a distraction, ma'am. This is show me what you're working with. Someone said that he could come out and say the same thing about me. Say what you say. So this is live about your feelings. I'm truly asking. Go look at the other live so you can figure it out, because I'm not going to go back in detail with it. Go back to the other lives, put everything together, make it make sense. Miss Carver was in his chat soliciting likes for his video. That's why he mentioned Miss Carver. And listen, but you heard what he said. You heard what he said. He said he won't help her because other people around her and these clowns or some other bullshit. That's the problem. I already told y'all I don't care who bees and who chat, and everybody support everybody. But that's what got me, because you were not thinking about her until she was in your chat. If you're saying that that's what she was, and you wasn't genuine about your approach. And that was the problem, what I was observing from his action, that he was not genuine to his approach. You should have just let.
Here's what bothers me, and I'm going to let her talk because it's about two more minutes left in her ramble. Of all the things that we've seen Jedidiah Brown do, I'm not even talking about going back to 2017, 2021. I'm talking about since April 1st, 2024. What she's most concerned about is his approach to Carl Wilson, and it didn't seem genuine. But you talking about doxing, harassing, sexual harassment, cyberbullying, all kinds of shit. And she's concerned about the genuine feelings of his approach. Well, the reason why that concerns her is because she's concerned about whether or not he's genuine with her because he's not kissing her ass. And what she really wants out of this relationship is a clout chase and some validation. And I unfortunately have to side with Jedidiah Brown. God damn it, but I'm a fair God. I'm a just God. And I will show you exactly what I mean.
Let me be. Because once you approach me and I feel like there's no genuineness, yes, and my feelings involved. You know why my feelings involved? Because I truly care for him as a person. Even to this day, I don't want the nigga locked up. I don't want him hurt. I don't want none of that. When he got locked up, I was like, damn, calling. How the fuck you wake up in the morning to call and check on a nigga you never even met? Everybody calling. That's pure D love. That's pure D unconditional love. All of y'all, we were all showing the same thing.
I wasn't checking on him because I love it.
So this is the time of exposure, maybe.
Okay.
Either you come out and repent and behave, stop being an opportunist. If you not, like I said, my main thing, if you came out to say what you said, you don't want to mess with her because she got people around her, you are just as bad as LNC. Because guess what? You said that they was on some BS because of the way they was acting with Miss Cara, because allegedly, whatever. I don't know if it involved you, but they stopped messing with her. I think probably did involve you.
See what I mean when I say she's misinformed? I actually commented under her channel a couple days ago. It might have been yesterday, day before yesterday. And I genuinely have never commented on her channel before and never been in her chat. And I commented under her channel and I said, you seem to be really underinformed and misinformed about this Dalton story that you've inserted yourself into. If you'd like more information to bring yourself up to speed, please email me. And I gave her my email address. Of course, she hasn't reached out to me because I'm the witch she thought she was going to take out. Paprika, bitch. Google it. But you see here, she's about to accuse LNC of doing something, and she can't even know. She don't even know what to accuse him of. The truth of the matter is, Cara Wilson was in close communication with LNC all the time, and she was told to no longer talk to him. So she made decisions that were best for what she got going on. Ain't no hard feelings on no side. Everybody supports Cara Wilson. Everybody loves Cara and Alonzo and their family. There is no hate. There is no malice. I think I can speak for LNC and say that there's nothing but love coming from everybody when it comes to the Wilson family. Justice for Alexis Wilson. That's really what's wanted. So she was about to accuse the late night crew of doing something, and she can't even articulate what to accuse them of because she's that uninformed about the entire situation. She's that misinformed. She don't know shit about Dalton, about the Dalton. Just like Jedidiah came into the story and didn't know nothing and got all but her because Burgundy Blue said she felt connected and valued, and he didn't even know where that came from. And it was a speech of a meeting at a meeting he was at. He was in the room when the speech was given, and he didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, so that he went on a rampage, and now he got multiple issues behind it. He crashed the fuck out over some 1999 connected and valued because he was not connected to the story. We know this story on an intimate basis. I found out who Muhammad was today because I know people in Dalton. Who is Muhammad? She said Muhammad, but she wouldn't tell me who. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me now who Muhammad is. So I know Muhammad is the clerk at the Village of Dalton who answers the phone. Muhammad wasn't at the police department. Muhammad wasn't at the housing department. We know who Muhammad is now because we talk to people on the ground. We don't just show up at events so we can get our face on a camera. We've actually built relationships with people inside. So when Cara Wilson decides to pull back from a certain commentator, because that's all we are as commentators. When Cara Wilson decides to pull back from a certain entertainer, because that's all we are, is entertainers. All of this is for entertainment purposes. Do you realize if we didn't have a little weed, smoke a little drink, show a little titty, play a little song, then this shit would be as boring as that I won't call his name. A couple other people. So people trust us to bring our information to you because they know we know how to talk to you and get the information across in a way that's not gonna put you to sleep and you'll be able to remember it. But she was about to literally accuse the Real Late Night crew for something, and she can't even say what it is because she's not even that connected to the situation. She's showing she came in the situation as a clout chaser. Yep. You're right, Miss Asia, and I really hope that she does not allow them to politicize her pain. Just like I hope Sonia Massey's father does not allow them to politicize his pain, where he's focused more on the sheriff stepping down than them getting the right charges on that sheriff's deputy of manslaughter versus homicide. Because they're going to use us to politicize our pain, and I just trust and believe that Miss Cara will be able to see that and do what's right. She's a smart woman. She's a very smart woman. But I just wanted to cut in on that part, y'all.
I don't know. And so there was some BS for doing.
Let y'all hear what she was saying.
It involved you.
Her stream of consciousness, her stream of
You said that they was on some BS because of the way they was acting, Miss Cara, because allegedly, whatever. I don't know if it involved you. But they
listen to this again. There was absolutely nothing solid
You
here.
said that they was on some BS because of the way they was acting, Miss Cara, because allegedly, whatever. I don't know if it involved you, but they stopped messing with her. I think probably did involve you. I don't know.
You don't know what she's about.
So they're on some BS for doing that, and you're not on them BS for saying that. Y'all didn't see the first few things he said in his video.
Okay, now she's about to pull up a video of him saying something that offended her. Hold on, let me get to the timestamp of where she got to that point. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. Let's go about right here.
I'm going to leave this here. My team and hard work they put into it. It's only negative review. Can we get you guys to at least give them 100 likes so that algorithm go up? And even if they don't get paid for their work, they can definitely get exposure. And continue to figure out how IMA progresses. All right, that's a humble. It's free. And then those of you all are not subscribed, now there's 295 people in the world. Go to the YouTube page and consider subscribing, turning on your notifications. Now, look at the problem with I was preparing to get a co-host. I was looking at a certain individual. I applauded and appreciated them for doing what they did. But do you all know that in my briefing this morning, by my vets, and you guys, this
right there,
these are my highest
right
level,
there,
my highest level of advice.
Right there.
They say, hey, we want you to be understood.
You come in, Jedidiah. I'm gonna pull you in, boo. I just want them to listen.
From where? And then they told me where it comes from, and I'm like, wait a minute, how? I don't know.
How?
I've had very limited conversations with this individual. I've not done anything to, with, or against them. I've only tried to celebrate them. What the hell could be the reason that this individual could genuinely want to attack me? Maybe one of the very few people who I gave my very personal and very direct number. And they're like, well, if you listen, and there's a lot of indirect Inu Window. They're partnered up with people who were connected to you. And what we're monitoring is just that.
Now, as I mentioned, he never watched the video. So his opinion is based on what someone else told them. And if my Inu Window made them think about you, that means that you need to listen to the content that I was saying, because it was about the Leviticus spirit.
Oh my God.
Let's keep going.
No, we are not going to keep going, Grace Levi. We're not going to do that because you can't. The man said Inu Window and he can't talk either. But he sure the fucking talk better than you. He said Inu Window right in front of your face, and you turn right back around and say in the window. To the window. That's what happened. Now I remember what happened to my back. Oh, shit. So the night of my birthday, let me just get this off my chest. In the window, the night of my, because this is the breakdown crew. We don't miss a beat, baby. The night of my birthday, we went to this club, and I guess they had an 80s party on the ship that night that I didn't go to, and because I had dinner, and so by the time I got to the club, most of the 80s people were at the club. That the DJ decided to go ahead and keep the party going in the 80 thingy. But I guess he noticed a lot of black people weren't on the floor. So he brought it up to maybe like the early 99s and the 2000s. And y'all know I went to college in 1998. It was Nikita Martinez Hayes' pleasure to let you know I got a whole lot of dick in the 90s and the early 2000s. And listen, that doggone to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my ball. See, the thing is, I went to a black college, okay? And I happened to be with a whole bunch of black people from Southern California. And that was our song, apparently, that night. I'm starting to remember. I'm starting to realize why my back hurt. Jennifer says she'd be right back. No pun intended. No, you good, Eyes. No worries. I get it. Do what you got to do. Hopefully we give you something to listen to while you do what you're doing. How's it going with the move to the farm, by the way, Eyes? I hope all that's going well. Have you gotten your green dress yet? I sure hope so. Listen, this bitch just said in the window. He just said in you window. She said in the window. He said Leviathan. She said Leviticus. The Leviticus spirit is not the Leviathan spirit. They're complete opposites. The spirit of the Levite is the spirit of one who works knowing that the temple will take care of them. So they pour all of their energy into taking care of the temple, not worried about you call yourself a daughter of Levi, and you don't know the difference between the Leviticus and the Leviathan. The Leviathan is the serpent spirit that comes to kill, steal, and destroy, like the Dalton trustees and Tiffany Henyard and them. You don't really know the difference? You got to get some green gum boots. I know that's right. Guys, let us know how we can support you, okay? Because there's a lot of support here. And y'all keep a couple people in prayer. There were a couple storms going through. Omega had to deal with something. Regina let me know she was dealing with something. So y'all keep the people in the storm areas in your prayers. And if you guys went to the Essence Fest and you didn't stock up on toilet paper, fuck you. Because that's what you get. You should have known better. That storm come every single year, and y'all be going to Essence Fest, spending all your money. But anyway, I'm sure that wasn't Regina or Omega. But even if it was, let us know how we can support you. If there's anything you guys need, if there's any information you need, if it's money, whatever, give us your Cash App. We are here to support you. Oftentimes, our times of plenty are there for your time of need. So if you are in the breakdown crew, or if you're under the sound of my voice, and if you in one of them storm areas and you need some extra support, please let us know. Shit. I'm not asking for nothing right now because I don't need nothing. Everything is paid for. Everything is taken care of. Everything on my end is covered. I made sure before I went on vacation. So if there are any needs as far as it pertains to them storms, please let us just know. Now let's get back to this in the window and Leviathan spirit. I'm gonna go back on this shit. I wasn't even gonna focus on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and
personal and very direct number.
Mention he never watched the video, so his opinion is based on what someone else.
And what she's really most upset about is that Jedidiah Brown wasn't a fan of hers. She connected with him. She started doing his bidding. She started capping for him, doing illegal shit for him, and he didn't even watch her videos. And she had a hard time with that. And I don't understand why. Because I don't either. I mean, really?
Else told them. And if my window made them think about you, that means
sorry.
They're like, well, if you listen, and there's a lot of indirect innuendo, they're partnered up with people who were connected to you, and what we're monitoring, it suggests that
now, as I mentioned, he never watched the video. So his opinion is based on what someone else told them. And if my window made them think about you, that
y'all know we part of the breakdown crew, right? if you are part of the Breakdown crew, if you consider yourself to be part of the Breakdown crew, please give me a red heart and a 100 in the chat, because there's 46 people here. I know a lot of folks are in the bushes waiting for some bones to carry. I'll make sure you get them, I promise. But if you are here and you are in the Breakdown crew, because you know we about to do this, if you could just go ahead and give me that heart. Thank you, Jennifer. Give me that heart, that 100 in the chat, because you know we about to do this. Because even the captions, we got time. I just looked at the time and I thought we haven't even been here for a good 4 hours yet. And, you know, we are a group that has stamina. And I keep our storage clear so we can always record. I always keep about 20 hours worth of storage clear so we can record, so we don't run into no issues. Listen, when we look at these, I want you to focus. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. So that means there's a lot of people in the bushes, which is great. I know you're probably jerking right now. It's okay. Enjoy. Listen, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you haven't shared this link, don't do it, because this is going straight to Patreon, bitch. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I need to know who's here with me, y'all, because I'm about to get into some real nerdy shit. Oh, we about to do this. So what we're about to do is we're going to go back, and I want you to take a look at the words that, see, and I have been so hard on Jedidiah about the way that he speaks. I have been so particular with him that I have to be fair. When somebody's right, I talk about it. When somebody's wrong, I talk about it. This is not a no judgment zone. And you guys are going to find that although Jedidiah makes some big mistakes in this conversation, he handles her like a mental patient. And to the point to where at the end, he just says peace and ends the conversation. Like, I'm proud of Jedidiah for the way he handled this fucking conversation, because I don't know if I ever even would have had it. But also, me and Jedidiah aren't the same people. So I don't ever get brought into conversations with people who think I used them. It doesn't happen. But anyway, let's take a look at I want us to focus on the captions. The words the captions use when he says the word in your window. If you saw it already, if you saw what the captions put when she said in your window, could you please spill the beans? We're just going to take a moment, because this is going to be a long conversation anyway. Somebody going to bed in a minute anyway. So let's just take our time, because, I mean, my life is pretty free. My baby's in there doing some PBS Kids shit. We got most of our lessons done for the day. We kicking it, right? We had dinner during the report of all the information we already knew. What did it say, though? If you saw what it said in the captions, when she said in your window, could you please put it in the chat? If you think you know what the caption said, please put it in the chat. And you know what? I really didn't understand something that happened today, but now I understand it. I understand it clear as day. Give me a second. Give me a second. A hot second. Let me just check my shit. Make sure I'm straight. What? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Is it in the window? Is that what you saw? You're close. That's not what it said. You're very close, though. You are very close. If you guys could go ahead and hit that like button. I know there's a lot of people sitting in the bushes, so I'm gonna do what my good sis Burgundy Blue did earlier, and I'm just gonna give the chat a minute to go ahead and hit the like button. I'm gonna give the bushes a hot second to step out and hit the like button. Understood before why people would do that, where they would stop their show and play some music and be like, we're not continuing until we get those likes up. But now I understand why. Because niggas be sitting in the bushes. They won't support your shit. They sitting there with negative energy in your shit. Won't even hit the motherfucking like button, which is all I'm asking for. I have a Patreon. This is not about money. This channel is not monetized. But what I'm not about to do is sit here and entertain you, and you can't even clap for me. God damn. You won't even hit the like button? So then what's forced to happen in this moment is if a person, I get it, Burgundy, I didn't understand it then. I took a salt bath, the same one I told you to take. I did the ritual, the same one I told you to do. And after I got out that bath, I understood it clearly. There are niggas who will sit here and drain your motherfucking energy for hours. They won't like your shit. They won't comment on your shit. They won't share your shit. They won't subscribe to your channel. They are literally energy vampires. So what happens in moments like this, and I appreciate you, Burgundy Blue, for teaching me what I didn't understand before. I told y'all, you can't be a slave to power. You have to be a master of it. And when you master power, you get connected with other people who are powerful. And you understand their power and how they work in their power. So you can learn something. Because what'll happen is if I continue to sit here and talk, them same 40-something people that are sitting in the bushes right now, literally like 40-something people, will sit there and continue to drain my energy and never give me anything back. But if I sit here long enough, them motherfuckers will take their ass down the hallway to go bother somebody else. Because I don't need it. I'm building a Patreon community. I love YouTube, but please believe all this shit is Patreon. So Lana, Ted, Douglas, Hi, Starboy Glows, Farmer Jane, y'all, all of y'all who are on Patreon, you know you get the good shit. We record everything on YouTube, and it's the shit they never ever will get to see again. But what I'm not going to do is move forward until we get them likes up. And the only reason I say so is because I refuse for my energy to be stolen anymore today. I'm somebody's mama, and she don't do it. Okay, Jennifer. Miss Marie got it. In the window. In the window. Thank you, Miss Marie. That's what the caption said. In the window. Miss Marie got me on my shit. Let's get back to the show. And if I gotta stop again, I'll stop again. I don't like seeming egotistical, but now we understand the difference between a strong ego and a weak ego. And what I'm not gonna do is sit here and let it be 51 people in the chat and 19 likes. Come on, goddammit. So you just gonna use me, huh? You just gonna abuse me, huh? You just gonna carry me up and down the hallway and not even pat me on the head, bitch, please. You'll leave first. All some of y'all are doing is waiting for me to say somebody's name so you can go on Facebook and write an ugly post about me with no context. Chucky. Let's get back to work. That was easy.
And they're like, well, if you listen, and there's a lot of Indirect Inu Window. They're partnered up with people who were connected to you. And what?
So we see here that the captions said that he said Indirect Inu Window. He pronounced it well enough that the captions properly captured what he said. Thank you guys for continuing to hit that.
We're monitoring it suggests that.
Now, as I mentioned, he never watched the video. So his opinion is based on what someone else told him. And if my Inu Window made them think about you.
This becomes even funnier when I find out later in this video that she thought she was going to take me out. I ain't got no issues with you, Grace. I don't think you even want to come over this way. I tried to give you a little lesson in how to play with dead people. I hope you learned. Because all the dead people over here are supporting my movement. They don't got me over here babbling about threesomes and shit. I ain't got no problem with you, baby, but you came across my desk. I didn't go looking for this. It actually got sent to me. And I have the self-control and the prowess to sit in the bushes during an entire 2-hour live and watch people give you the business in your own chat. But yes, this said, I don't know why it's so important to me. I couldn't tell you. Maybe because she said she's a teacher, but she refuses to learn how to speak. And then later on, she gets mad at Money Boy Trey, or whatever that boy's name is, for correcting her. She says, fuck you to him for correcting her. And she says, I can't say it. My mouth won't say it. Well, then you're not a teacher. No, ma'am, you are not.
That means that you need to listen to the content that I was saying, because it was about the Leviticus spirit.
The what?
Let's keep going. Listen, this is...
What is the Leviticus spirit? And first of all, this says Leviticus, but you mean Leviathan. And it's so sweet. Y'all, if I ever was proud of Jedidiah Brown, there are many moments in this conversation when I'm proud of him for how he handled her, because there are moments when he could have literally destroyed her intellectually, and he chose to take a step back and lower his voice, sit back in his seat. He never corrected her about the use of the word Leviticus or in the window. Like, he let her rock. But I guess he can't talk either, so he may not want to say
this.
that.
When you subliminally put me out there, and I'm good. You were talking about me. I'm not afraid. That's who he was talking about.
Getting ready to see more attacks coming literally out of nowhere. And
so here he go, to my opinion, trying to troubleshoot something that's not even going on, because the people who he may think is telling me stuff, I haven't even talked to them. Talking about an orchestrated attack. I explained to you guys the reason why I went live, and I'm going to explain that to him why I went live, because he did not watch it. Let's go on, because this is going to continue into Carver. So let's go. So if there's not a link between the person he asked to be a co-host and the Carver, just listen.
What?
For why? Relevance is a hell of a drug. If you cannot build your name, if you cannot build your platform, if you cannot build your whatever you have,
shots fired.
You can't build it with it being. I don't come on my platform to talk about or tear down nobody, and nor am I concerned about what's going on in nobody else's house, because my house is big.
You a liar. You go on your platform and talk about other people's house and they shit. And if people,
but he's also very, 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 very on point when he says relevance is a hell of a drug. Grace, you're leaking clout chaser. You're bleeding clout chaser. You're bleeding, I'm mad because I supported you and you didn't support me back the way I wanted you to. Baby, you got to get real professional and real confident about your shit and know that some of your colleagues are not going to be your fans. And you got to understand the difference. There are many people who I work with on YouTube who don't watch my stuff. I don't care. They got whole lives and production schedules. Do you realize how much we have to go back and catch up on each other's stuff? Not because we don't care about each other, but because we got our own stuff to do. I don't think there's anybody most of us watch more than our own work, and we still don't even get to watch that. And she's so butthurt because this man hasn't watched her videos and given her the attention that she thought she wanted. And I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. I love it. He's absolutely right. Relevance is a hell of a drug. This girl is a clout chaser. And she got mad because she hooked up with Jedidiah Brown and did a whole bunch of dumb shit. And now everybody is distancing themselves from her.
We talk about
the truth of the matter is she's not that talented. She's definitely not attractive. She's difficult on the eyes and the ears. She's not anything anybody wants to watch. So she thought she was going to come into this Jedidiah Brown situation and that he was going to make her a co-host and she was going to be on and popping from there. And her braids are still hitting the back of her neck.
About you. Let's keep going.
Busy and it's effective. But for my community, don't say that you are for your people. And you utilize, you know what? If you got receipts of me doing something, by all means, go ahead and put it out there, right? Let's deal with it. But this unwarranted, irrational shit that does nothing to move us forward. Doesn't make sense.
Go.
And it's crazy because it's people, it's like, I don't know who the hell I can celebrate. And as a matter of fact, that's why I don't want to do it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop everybody from being mentioned, from being seen, from being honored, because there is no honor in this world. What is going on with you weird ass people? 410 people. So now let me say this indirect. I don't know this person. I've had limited conversation. I can show you my call off. I can show you my instant messages. I'm trying my best to explain to these people who I am. Nothing different than what I said to you. I'm not a typical advocate. I work with law enforcement. I work with government. I work with citizens. I work with all people across the board. I've been an advocate for a long time. I have done things on every level, from national to federal to local. From statewide and
because you're the fucking man.
I know everybody.
Yes.
I have I have celebrity friends. You get it?
And think about this. Why would I talk against someone who I uplifted on my platform? What is it? And we're going to talk about it today.
What is the purpose? Why do you have to attempt to build your name?
Why am I trying to build my name off of you? Not really. And we're going to talk about
that. Yeah, honey, that's exactly what you said.
I explained to them how shit happened. And I gave you as much honor as I did after Hell Week.
He going to give y'all a whole lot of words to say. I did a whole lot of shit for this man, and he didn't turn around and protect me when I put myself in some crazy situations. And I did a whole lot of shit for these Dalton trustees and all these people, and nobody celebrated me when it was my turn. Well, that's why you got to learn how to create your own celebrations. Many of us have learned how to do it. I learned it from Beyonce. How to create the moment. If you know that you love the praise and you know that you require the appreciation and the respect, then you have to create the moment when you're going to receive it. You didn't notice that Beyonce built her own horse and then set her ass upon it and sang? And she told you what to sing and you repeated it. Beyonce said, I want your love, I want your spirit. And people sang it, I want your love, I want your spirit. The more I want, the more I need it. People said, the more I want, the more I need it. She said, need it. And they said, need it. She created the moment. And then she went up into the sky and elevated with all kind of confetti and shit. And people looked up at her in the sky and praised her. She created that moment. And people paid $3,500 a seat to be there for it. But Grace Levi, you want, because you've been clout chasing a nigga and doing dumb shit for him, you want this nigga to say thank you and applaud you. And then when he doesn't do that, now you're mad. But you saw who he was the whole time. And it didn't bother you. It still doesn't, because you still keeping secrets. We'll continue.
And I stopped posting your videos and said thank you. I appreciate it, because there was something suppressing me in the algorithm because I'm such a renegade.
In the algorithm.
If you listen to the video earlier, I said it is a covering over that man's life. That's why I saw him as such a good individual, but I couldn't be spiritually blinded. But let's clarify that, because we're going to talk me and you. But did you? I'm
trying to create. I just don't understand it.
You understand it. I want to hear about the Carver situation.
Something about somebody on your bullshit. Who?
That's what I want to get to. Because honestly, I didn't even hear all this shit. I didn't even hear all this shit.
Well, I don't know.
I just heard they took me straight to the Carver situation. I didn't even hear all he said that.
People. It's fine. That's cool. I don't care. But I'm understanding that now somebody else wants to join the failing. We hate to die group. And how about it? So what I'm going to say, and so now what I will say, because again, I ain't no man that's going to sugarcoat or run from shit. What I will say is that
I don't know what the fuck just happened. Hold on. It looks like it's resetting. Just give it a second.
Unfortunately for me is it makes me not want to work with let me frame this different.
Let's put them on.
It makes it harder for me, right? Because I'm definitely not there goes Javar. Oh, I know this person. Javar, I see him all the time. Well, okay, anyway.
Come on, get to it, baby.
I was reading real time, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I need to brief on that because I don't know what's going on. But I'll get Javar. I love it.
What you are walking in on right now is a conversation. Well, not yet a conversation. Hey, Blue Chicken. Grace Levi has decided that she hasn't gotten enough attention from Jedidiah Brown for all the dumb shit she did. So now she's deciding to out him for being an opportunist. But none of the other stuff we already know about Jedidiah Brown. Not Anderson, not Cairo, not Kyra, not the little African boys at the barber shop, not the little boys at the shoe store in Flint, not the little boys he got the TV for, which was the same little boys that he's been grooming for a little while, not doxing, not sexual harassment, not cyberbullying, not all the things that he's done. She's mad at him for not giving her enough attention. So she invited him on her show to talk about it. Well, invited him, so to speak. She baited him. What's up, Steven? She baited him into an argument on her show to talk about it. So let's get back to it.
Now let's go. Now, like I said, I feel like you bought Carl Wilson.
I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Not because I think Carl would do that, but I don't want to get involved with all these weird ass people who that's literally hey, I don't want to do that. And now being attacked and called and mislabeled and misrepresented because all of these people are around it. They're not doing,
we're not doing what you're doing.
That they can do what needs to be done because I don't get my bills paid from none of this.
Let's stop right there. Now let's go. Now, like I said, I feel like you brought Carl Wilson up as an opportunity because you know that I've been focusing on it. And for you to say the reason why you didn't help her because other people are involved is disingenuous to me. It shows that you don't have everybody's best interest in mind and you want to control everything. Now let's go. You can do what you need to do. I'll shut up and we can talk.
How you doing, Grace?
God be the glory. Doing good. Good as God gonna make it.
Well, I'm glad. It's interesting we're on the internet world, but just out of curiosity, have you seen your missed calls from me?